Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Salami Talk podcast. It is your boy John, aka Salami Loop, and I'm here with Roberto.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
It's Roberto.
Second time.
Second time, bro, and this time you're actually, on camera.
Yeah.
Last time it was just audio with you, bro.
Yeah, now you guys can see my beautiful face.
Yeah, his beautiful face. What's up with you, bro? What's new with you? Want to talk about this award you got?
This award I got. Yeah, I got the Oscar for Best Picture.
You got an Emmy.
I got a nomination for Best Cinematography. No, John's giving me too much credit. I just entered a film festival and won. I won as finalist. So not number one, but whatever comes below number one.
Number two.
Number two.
Second is the best, bro.
Yeah.
Third is the one with the hairy chest. You want to describe what you do? Give the viewers a little background.
John, they know what I do. I've been here before. But for those of you who are newcomers here, of course, I am a filmmaker and photographer. Most of my work can be seen on Instagram and YouTube. I work with a lot of people here in Naples locally, a lot of different talent. I put them all together and make a cohesive vision, whether that's in a photo shoot or a short film or just any kind of video. I don't know. I'm always posting nonsense on my Instagram. John knows too well.
Oh, yeah, bro. The nonsense. We're talking about Modern Warfare 2 or 3 when he got in here.
Yeah, I just saw that. I walked in. I was completely unaware what's going on there.
So, Modern Warfare 3, I believe this is the old one that they just... Oh, no, this is the new one that they're showing.
Oh, they already released a trailer for it?
Yeah.
I thought Modern Warfare 2 was going to be like the COD game for like the next 2 years or something.
Yeah, I thought that too.
They were making a big deal about it.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
They probably already ran out of ideas.
They probably did. The Modern Warfare, I know that Modern Warfare 2, like the old Modern Warfare, is now like they re-upped the servers. So I've been seeing a bunch of memes that are like the like the real COD lobbies are back. And it's I think
I'm surprised they're already talking about Modern Warfare 3 though. I mean, they usually keep the cycle. I thought maybe like Black Ops 5 would be next or something.
Black Ops 5.
And then like whatever Sledgehammer makes after that.
That is true. I honestly, after what I saw with the newest Modern Warfare that's out now, I was just like, I'm probably never gonna play COD again in my life.
Really?
I probably won't. No.
Well, I'm a weirdo that plays video games for story, so there's my thing.
That's not bad. That's dope. Like, what video games do you play?
Well, mainly God of War. We talked about it last time I was here.
Oh, God of War?
Yeah.
How do you feel about The Rock being Kratos in the series on Amazon?
He's not gonna be Rock. He's not gonna be Kratos in the series. All right. I'm pretty sure the creative director already like slammed that rumor down.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I think every God of War fan would die.
I was very
The worst
disappointed
way
when I
possible.
read that. I was like, oh, this is...
There's no way he's ever gonna be Kratos. No way.
No.
No. People want Christopher Judge to be Kratos, so the guy that actually plays him and voices him in the newer games, that's who everybody fan casts, just because he is a good actor outside of the video games. He's got an established career. He was in Stargate Atlantis.
What is that? Is that a video game or is that a movie?
It's a TV show which I've never seen, but it's like it was like around the time where like Lost was a big thing and Alias and like early 2000s,
Lost?
2010s.
We're all stuck on a fucking island.
Yeah. But that's usually who people... I don't know who I don't even... To be honest, I don't even want a God of War Amazon show.
No.
I love those games. I've been playing them since I was 5. So, there's still a lot of story to be told in the video games. And that's... they're doing a bunch of games for that, obviously.
It's like the Halo series that they came out with. I heard the Halo series sucked.
Yeah, but I mean, have you heard like about the writers in that show?
No.
They basically just make fun of the material, and they were pretty open about how they didn't play the games and had no intention of following the story of the games.
Oh, wow.
So it's like at that point, why make it? You're not expanding on the lore. You're just making your own thing with this IP. It just sounds like you're making it for money. And then the same thing with The Witcher. That's why Henry Cavill left.
Oh, I remember watching that a little bit. I have my own opinions on The Witcher.
I actually watched it for the first time yesterday.
How did you feel about it? I thought it came in.
I'm really digging it.
Yeah, it was all right.
I'm only in season 1 though, so I know I've heard that the writing kind of goes downhill after that, but from what from my understanding, Henry Cavill left not just because he was trying to do other stuff like play Superman, which aged terribly, but also also because Henry Cavill's a big nerd and he loves the character. He loves Gerald. He reads the books, and you always hear the cast members talking about how he's a big nerd on set, and he's like saying like in the book they do it this way, so we got to do it this way. And from my understanding, the writers of that show were beginning to not respect the material, and they were, in fact, openly making fun of how this happened and that happened in the book. And he's like, listen, man, I love these books. Do not make fun of them,
or I will fight you.
Yeah, basically. And he just ended up, quitting, and that's why we have Liam Hemsworth. He's gonna be playing Gerald now.
What a great alternative.
He's gonna be doing Henry Cavill's gonna be doing a Warhammer show now.
Warhammer?
Yeah, because I guess he likes Warhammer 40K too.
Oh, what the fuck, man? They're making a bunch of video game
for Amazon
like, shows and shit.
Will keeps telling me he's gonna walk into that writer's room with a loaded shotgun.
Will? After he's done drinking Myers dish soap? Shout out Will.
We were talking about that the other day.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Well, I was bringing it up because it's like, well, that's not what I meant,
Bro, Will, we love you.
Will, we love you. I'm sorry.
Would you have Will do another short film with you?
No. And I'll tell you why. Because I talked to him about it, and Will said, I will hear no more of this godforsaken movie. Will hates that movie, and he never wants to be a part of anything ever again.
He doesn't want to do anything with you ever again?
No, he's done. He's done. He knows he knows acting's not his best strong suit. Will would actually be an amazing voice actor though. Like, I don't know if you've heard his impressions, but they're pretty spot on.
I've never heard his impressions.
And, I just feel like, he'd be definitely great for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like as a, it's just not his kind of thing.
Yeah, it's not his cup
on
of tea.
Camera. I've shot with him many times, and the eye contact is not great. And acting isn't even an easy thing.
No.
A few months ago, I started taking an acting class. So I've been doing that every Saturday ever since. And I got really fucking humbled, dude. I'm not going to lie.
I bet it's really tough.
It was a pretty big challenge. And I mean, just the first class, I was acting like I was hot shit. And by the end of it, I'm like, holy shit.
You were acting like you were hot shit? Like, what exercises did they make you do?
Well, right now we're doing a scene from A Few Good Men. Okay. You know the movie with Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson, where Jack Nicholson's like, you can't handle the truth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm doing a scene where he meets the lady, the female lead of the movie.
Okay.
Commander Galloway, and I play Tom Cruise's character, Daniel Caffey.
Oh, so you play a Scientologist major.
So they meet, and she requested for legal counsel for the case they're working on, and she doesn't like him because the dude thinks he's hot shit.
Yeah.
Ironic, I know, but there's so many like nuances, and this is why I joined it, because it's the little nuances I wanted to learn.
Mm-hmm.
So like, there's a bunch of stuff with like getting your body activated, and eye contact, and your body movements, the way you're saying words. Like, you have to put emphasis on certain words. You wanna kind of boost. I was telling her this, like, I'm like underacting versus overacting. And she's like, well, it's not necessarily a sense of underacting or overacting. It's just the amount of dedication you're putting into what you're saying. And right now, your energy's like right here, Roberto. I need it right here. It's right here. This would be the middle. Shit. This would be the middle. You're right here. I need you to put it all the way to a 10. So, she always makes me... It's weird. Acting exercises are so like weird and uncomfortable because it's all this weird. Like, it's all this like voice stuff, right? And all this moving stuff to like activate your body. And like, if a neighbor looks at me through the window, I just look like some crazy maniac.
Oh, does it look like you're having like a convulsion? Like you're over there, like I gotta get.
I'm over here like shaking my hands, doing all this stuff, and there's like
that's like epic movements to get your body going.
Like just kind of like it. Sometimes it's like yoga type movements, and one time she just straight up in the middle of the thing. I'd be all right. I need you to stop. Jump 10 times. So I'm just jumping like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so I can have like all this energy.
Oh wow,
it was pretty effective, and I can see why people do
you
it.
should start shadow boxing.
Shadow box? You mean?
Yeah, just start fighting air.
Yeah, I did that.
Oh, you do? Sweet.
I did that too. Yeah, these little things to get me activated, but maybe taking an acting class every Saturday morning after a week's worth of work.
Oh, it sounds like fun.
I'm I'm definitely exhausted by the time I get on that computer, but it's a journey.
It sounds like a journey. I could never. I don't know if I could be like, if I was to ever act in something, I feel like I'd have to play like myself. I can't play like a specific role unless that specific role is to be a complete douchebag.
Well, that's how a lot of people do it, especially in Hollywood. A lot of the roles they play. Have you ever seen the movie Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler, where he plays like this gambler and everything? Like a lot of those like gambler people are like real bookies in New York. Mm-hmm. So they're technically not acting because they're playing themselves, and that's a lot of like what Hollywood does.
So you saying that the Adam Sandler is an actual like gambler?
Well, like persona? The other people there, like I know that you know the guy with like the thick New York accent who like shoots him at the end.
Oh yeah, his like, brother-in-law.
Yeah,
or his brother.
Well, his brother-in-law gets shot too. The other guy, the one that shoots them both.
I thought the brother did it. Didn't the brother do it?
No, the brother got killed too.
I gotta rewatch that movie.
Like 10 seconds after.
I was so confused because I thought the brother did it. Because I remember like they had him hostage and they were watching like that football game, right?
Yeah, he locked them in, he locked them out and they were watching the game and then he won. And then the guy he opens the door and he just like
shoots him.
Pop. But that guy, I'm pretty sure he's not an actor. Like he's like an actual
What's the girl's name from that movie that plays like his wife? Julia Fox, isn't that it? Right?
The wife or the one he was having an affair with?
The one that almost got raped by The Weeknd.
Yeah, that one. I think that's Julia Fox.
That's Julia Fox, right?
Look it up. I'm pretty sure it's Julia Fox.
I think it is Julia Fox.
She wasn't an actress either before that movie. Fun fact.
Really?
Yeah. That was like her first thing.
I think it's Julia Fox. It is Julia Fox.
Yeah, she was friends with the Safdie brothers.
Kanye dated her.
The directors of this?
No, Julia Fox.
Yeah. The directors of this, she was friends with them, and I think they had this movie in their mind for like years before they actually did it, and they casted her, and I think they were talking about how A24, whatever studio, aside from A24 they were working with, they wanted to cast like an actual female celebrity actress.
Uh-huh.
So they had a fight to keep her in.
Oh, wow.
And I mean, it was worth it because she had a good performance.
Yeah, I think she did great in that movie. She did really great in that movie.
You know who else is like a first-time actress that really nailed it?
Who?
You ever seen Squid Game?
Yeah.
You know the Korean girl? The one that was like from North Korea?
Oh, yeah. Her?
Yeah, she was a model. Like that was her first time acting.
Wow, she nailed it. What is your favorite actor or actress performance in a film that you've probably seen recently?
Actress performance in a film?
Yeah.
Dude,
that really just stands
hard,
out. I know, it's really hard.
The amount of fucking movies I watch. I can name my favorite actors, but I don't know about performances.
Okay, who's your favorite actor?
I don't have a favorite. I have like a group. So there's Cillian Murphy, who's going to be in Oppenheimer. You know, Peaky Blinders fans. You know,
oh, okay.
Tommy Shelby.
Mm-hmm.
He's like in every Christopher Nolan movie. So there's one. Daniel Craig. I love his performance as Bond. I like his work in Knives Out. He's also one of those actors where like there's just a lot. Henry Cavill, I had to add in there because...
You really liked Henry Cavill Superman?
Dude, he's my favorite Superman.
Is he?
Yeah.
I liked him. I didn't like Man of Steel.
Man of Steel is like my favorite movie.
I like him as Superman though. Like I can see him as Superman. I just didn't like Man of Steel.
Man of Steel is my favorite movie. It's a movie about... The theme is like finding your purpose. General Zod, being the villain, is somebody who was programmed without the choice to choose his purpose, and his whole thing was the preservation of Krypton by any means necessary. Superman was a person who, in that movie, is looking for his purpose. He doesn't know where he comes from, what he's doing. And it's really putting our superheroes in the real world, the way that Zack Snyder did that.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I just love Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
Really great guy.
The Snyder cut of Justice League is fucking phenomenal. I think it's amazing.
Did you know I rented out a movie theater to watch that?
You did?
Yeah. Because it was coming out on streaming and that movie was meant for the theaters. That's the movie that was intended.
How much was it to rent out the theater?
$100 for 3 hours. I talked them into giving me an extra fourth because it's a 4-hour movie.
Oh wow, it's only $100 to rent out a theater.
Well, it was when it happened, which was like 2021. I don't know if they changed it by now. I don't know what the rules are.
Did you hear about how I think they're renovating Silver Spot Cinema by us? You know that?
I heard they were closing it.
I thought they were renovating it. That's why they're closing it.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me see. What other actors do I like? No, I feel like I can't leave them hanging, dude.
Yeah,
we were naming them, and then we moved to Superman.
Spot, yeah. All right, so you're at Henry Cavill.
Keanu Reeves, I gotta add in there.
Oh fuck yeah.
Oh fuck yeah. And like people talk about how Keanu Reeves isn't like a great actor. Like he's a great guy, but like not a great actor because he doesn't like put in any performances. But like what a lot of people don't focus on is the little subtleties. And that's really what makes great acting. It's, you know, a lot of people talk about how you always see all these videos on YouTube about like the white actors and it's like screaming. Like it's like acting compilations of the best acting you've ever seen in your life. And it's always like stuff like Jake Gyllenhaal screaming in that one scene. He was like, I can't! Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, the interrogation scene from The Dark Knight. You know, stuff where it's like people always yelling and crying. And I'm like, yeah, that's great acting. But there's also these little nuances that like are also great acting.
Okay.
So like, you know, let's take it, for example, a scene that's not like yelling, like Homelander. I don't know if you watched The Boys.
Is that the one when he is in the hallway? Are you talking about that scene?
Well, the one where he's like laughing, looking at the phone, just losing his mind?
Yeah, he's in the hallway.
That's great acting. I was thinking more of the one where he's talking to himself in the mirror. That's also like, I saw that.
You know what scene sticks in my head of Homelander, bro? When he goes to the rally.
He just lasers
and he just lasers everybody, bro, because he's just so fed up.
Why did I know that?
He's a huge dick in that show. Like he's like like if you could just pick a major opposition, it's Homelander.
Did you see that he's in Call of Duty now?
He's in the new Mortal Kombat game.
He's gonna be in the new Mortal Kombat game with Peacemaker and someone else. I forgot.
Omni-Man,
I think. Yeah, Omni-Man.
That's who it is.
Yeah, and it's so Call of Duty, like the Modern Warfare Warzone thing. I don't play it, but I know they just did an update where it's like Black Noir, Homelander, and Starlight.
Oh God!
And I saw a TikTok thing where it's like all the voice clips for Homelander. I shit you not, John. I saw one yesterday where he says "need milk." he just look it up. He just says "need milk," and it's like actually Anthony Starr voicing him too.
Yeah, well, you know what they do for that? They a lot of people that play on PC, they'll have it'll be their like microphone, and they'll get a voice modifier from wherever, and they'll put it into like their, I guess, like Streamlabs or something, and they'll have it on, so whenever they talk, they'll sound like a character. Like I saw one where someone was talking, they were playing Rainbow Six Siege, and they were talking to their team, and the guy literally sounded like Optimus Prime. Like he's like, I'm coming.
I have come.
I have come. And it was just like, it was super funny.
Let them come.
Let them come. Did you see the new Transformers movie?
I have not. There's so many fucking movies, John. I'm going to go pour this year.
Yeah, I haven't. I mean, I'm going to go pour this weekend when
I'm about to go watch Barbenheimer.
Barbenheimer, yeah, when I go see that.
Fucking Dune's on my list when that comes out.
Well, by the time this episode comes out, we would have seen Barbie and all them by then, you know. So, but I have high hopes for Barbie. Also, I already know Oppenheimer's going to be like amazing.
You know why they're coming out on the same day?
Why?
Because Warner Brothers was so pissed off that Christopher Nolan left them that they wanted to spite him by releasing the Barbie movie in the same day.
Oh, really?
To take away from him. At least that's the rumor, because they had a falling out. Warner Brothers did like every Christopher Nolan movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they released Tenet, they released it on streaming or something like that. And
Tenet?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Christopher Nolan doesn't fuck with streaming. You know, he's a very old-fashioned type of guy. He shoots on film, photochemically colors his movies, doesn't shoot ADR. Like, he's super old-fashioned.
Yeah.
But, you know, his movies are fucking... He can't make a bad movie even if he tried, basically. But he got mad about that, so he said, screw you guys, I'm leaving. And he went shopping, ended up with, Universal, and now he's doing Oppenheimer.
I'm really excited for Oppenheimer. I just can't wait to be sitting down and, you know, I get blown up.
Dude, I just saw a thing. It was like an opening look they posted on the YouTube channel. And I'm like, gosh, I can't wait. It looks so good.
It looks crazy. They have Robert Downey Jr.'s in it. You know,
he plays something Strauss.
Yeah, something. I had the thing up earlier. I was looking at it, but I didn't know.
He works for the president.
Yeah,
he works for the president.
Did you see the reaction when they like showed Albert Einstein and everyone like freaked out? Like it was
yeah!
like a Marvel
yeah!
cameo, bro. Oh man, that's I'm excited for that movie. I don't know what else is coming out after that though, like to watch.
Dune.
That's the one I'm most excited for. I haven't seen the first one.
I love.
All I know is that there's a big butthole monster in the fucking desert.
You mean the sandworm?
Yeah, whatever the hell that is.
Yeah, John. Yeah, he's
Yeah, it's the butthole monster, bro.
It's a pretty big feat of CGI engineering, but yeah. Why don't we talk about the writer's strike?
Oh yeah, we were just talking about that with Chris. How do you feel about that? I think it's, really fucked up what they're doing.
Man, listen.
For the writers have every right to do it. I think it's really fucked up for big Hollywood. What?
When I go to Hollywood, I don't want to be sleeping in my car. I want to be able to afford like at least a decent apartment.
Yeah.
And companies like these, any place you work in, you're not gonna get paid more unless you do something about it.
Yeah.
That's just how it is, and I'm in support of it. A lot of fucking actors, writers just go underappreciated. I've heard the argument, and I think this is pretty fair, that the timing is awful because with AI being such a big thing, what are studios going to do now? They're going to say, fuck you. We're going to AI write our scripts.
Yeah.
And that's another thing the writer's strike is going for. They're looking to put regulations on that, which I'm super in support of because honestly, a lot of people are crazy about AI right now. I'm a little concerned because right now there isn't a lot of it's a new thing, so there's not a lot of regulations to it.
Yeah.
But, we've seen that AI art can, when you do all this stuff, it takes from other people's artwork and stuff. There's a whole, I'm not an AI expert, by the way. Anybody listening to me, do not quote me. Look up your own information on this.
Fact check them.
Do not come over to me. Tell me I lied to you. Increase my Jordans.
Increase your Jordans? They're gonna step on your forces. Is that what they're gonna do?
But stuff like that, because it's not, the AI isn't making new stuff. It's just taking an amalgamation of different things and making something new out of it.
It's like ripping off people's old ideas, essentially. And the thing with me, what I said was, when this whole writer strike thing, I'm in support of it as well. I think it's very, good that they're doing it because it's fucked up. You can't just tell them no. Writers are basically like the building block of every film.
Yeah.
Like without the writers, you have shit. Essentially, you have shit. And if they just do this whole AI thing, it's going to be shit because now you're putting it into a machine. A machine doesn't have a brain. So there's no creative thought there,
I mean, yeah, writing's the heart of the story.
Exactly. So when you just type in, I want Superman sequel into whatever the fuck the AI thing is, and then you hit enter and it shits out a script, it's gonna be garbage.
With a third act CGI battle.
Yeah, it's gonna be crap.
Yeah.
He's gonna fight whoever the fuck he was fighting in an IHOP.
Dude, I don't know. I was talking to this kid earlier, and I'm like, it would be so fucking funny.
This kid,
if Hollywood just, it's already shutting down because it's not just the Writers Guild, but it's the Actors Guild also. And this is the first time this has happened since the 60s. Uh-huh. And when it happened in the 60s, it led to opening the door for newer filmmakers like George Lucas and Brian De Palma, who did Scarface and the first Mission Impossible,
okay,
Carrie, and a bunch of other iconic movies. George Lucas, Spielberg. So I'm like, wouldn't it be funny, but also really great if history just repeated itself because we didn't listen and the cycle just happened again. So Hollywood shuts down production. We come back fresh with all these new ideas. Because I was thinking to myself, I'm this whole year there's so many fucking movies coming out. I'm there's too much, dude. I'm going insane, and a lot of this stuff is I'm fucking burnt out. A lot of these movies start blending in. It's like Scorsese talks about Marvel movies and he calls them a theme park ride, and he's not completely wrong.
But what do you mean by a theme park ride? I'm interested.
Well, what he means by that is because his perception of cinema, and this is going by the few video clips I saw, But his perception of cinema, and frankly mine too, is artistic expression. You have a director for a reason. The director is it's his mind, his creativity. That's what's being expressed. If a movie by Christopher Nolan and a movie by Quentin Tarantino, you're gonna know the difference.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of movies coming out these days, and I'm not just necessarily talking Marvel. There's a lot of stuff in like both the superhero genre and like these big IPs, like the new Transformers movies. But it's like you know what's gonna fucking happen. You can just predict that like by the end of the second act everything is gonna go to shit. By the third act there's gonna be a big CGI set piece, which is probably what the big thing that was marketed in the trailers is gonna be. You just kind of like it's easy to like predict, and you don't feel the artistic expression because it's all shot very digitally and shot for coverage. It's not something like Dune or like fucking Dunkirk, Interstellar, where it's like these movies that are every frame is thought of like meticulously. Everything is drawn out or kind of planned, shot practically. It's not, the lighting isn't, it's usually just shot for coverage.
Okay.
It's let's just get this shot and then, we'll CGI everything into it and we'll do some colors that are marketing friendly, bright and colorful enough that it looks presentable. Let's shoot it digitally because we want to use cutting edge technology. That's why I like stuff that takes artistic risk. Kind of like when you shoot on film, Christopher Nolan still does it. Where everything, he shoots on real IMAX. So he shoots like on real 70 millimeter film. And that's always like a big thing, especially now with Oppenheimer. Because a lot of that movie was shot on IMAX. Whereas a lot of people shoot for IMAX where they shoot digitally.
Yeah.
In a format that's like suited for the IMAX screen.
Uh-huh.
But it's not actually shot on an IMAX camera.
Okay.
Like it's very rare that it happens. I think Christopher Nolan and the Mission Impossible movies are like the only things that shoot on IMAX film right now. And I think Jordan Peele also shoots on IMAX film.
Oh, like Nope?
Like Nope. I'm pretty sure Nope was shot on IMAX.
I like Nope. Nope was interesting. That was an interesting film. It was pretty cool. The big butthole that flies in the air in the end. The big fucking alien.
I haven't seen it yet.
You brought up George Lucas, and you brought it up, so I'm gonna say it right now. What's your favorite Star Wars film?
I know what your favorite Star Wars.
Yeah, I know. Everyone's seen the clip on my thing, and I stand by it.
I want to say Empire's pretty good, but Revenge of the Sith was my first Star Wars movie.
Okay, so it's the nostalgia factor.
It's arguably yes, but I also like how operatic it is. I'm very into like operatic movies. Dude, I grew up with the prequels. Uh-huh. Not necessarily the movies themselves, but I did grow up with that era, like Clone Wars.
Yeah.
So like, the Obi-Wan growing up was my favorite Jedi, which is why I hated the show and how he butchered him.
They really did, bro. They really did butcher him in that show. I'm sorry. The fucking scene with them sneaking like Leia out of the base in a trench coat. I was like, what the fuck am I watching, bro?
John, do not get me started because if you give me a week, I will not be able to name all the reasons I hate the show. But
yeah, that was a bad show.
Andor, on the other hand, is
Andor.
fucking gassed.
Yeah.
Andor, I am so glad that Andor's getting all these nominations for the Emmys right now.
It clearly deserves it.
It's unfortunate that its second season has become a victim to the strike.
A lot of things.
Because right now they're shooting without a writer, and that's really concerning to me.
A lot of places are doing that. Like Deadpool 3 is being shot.
Deadpool had a pause too because they have no actors now.
Yeah, no, they shot that one film with with Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. We all saw him in the costume, and it was like, I guess for like some fight scene, and we were all blowing up. They're like, oh, they're filming it, and everyone's like, yeah, like this is gonna be awesome. We're gonna see like the OG X-Men. It's like, yeah, that's cool and all, but like it's literally on pause now.
Yeah,
because of everything going on. So.
That worries me though, because the last time there was a strike, every movie that came out ended up being ass. Like Quantum of Solace, Revenge of the Fallen, the second Transformers movie.
That movie wasn't ass.
Okay, John, but it wasn't the strongest one in the series.
Out of the three?
Out of the three,
like the three with Shia LaBeouf?
Yeah.
That's the second best one. You like the third one better?
The third one's my favorite.
What?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yes.
Nah.
It's the biggest one. It's like, before the fourth one came along, that was like the big swan song of like the Transformers movies. It was like It was like, I don't know, fucking Return of the King for robots.
Nah, I like the first. My favorite is the first.
First one's a classic. I'm not saying
classic.
it's bad.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
It's definitely like up there.
I don't think Dark of the Moon is better than the first one though. I can't foresee that.
It's not. It's the nostalgia factor with that one for me. But the first one is a classic.
Yeah.
It's nothing. It's nothing bad. It's not me saying that there's anything bad about the first one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of people find a lot of flaws in Michael Bay. I'm actually a big fan of his.
Michael Bay's not bad. He just likes explosions.
I love things because like he's just a dude who just likes making movies. He just likes to see blow shit up, and he's got a certain style with him that you don't even see like with other directors. Like you see like Travis Knight and like all these other people like doing Transformers movies now, and they don't capture your attention the same way. You know.
How do you feel about the new Transformer movie where they're going to like the old I think it's like the TV show version of themselves? Like take the first original 3 Transformers movies, right, with Shia LaBeouf. All right, you know, like the design for the Transformers.
Yeah.
Now look at the new one that just came out. How they're very like animated.
They're more G1.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. G1. Which one do you like better?
Dude, I grew up. I'm fucking biased, man. I grew up with like the Bay movies.
Yeah.
To me, my favorite design from him was actually the one in the 4th and the 5th movie, like the Knight armor. I'm like, that is so badass. Even though
Optimus Prime.
Even though he doesn't look like he can turn into a truck, I'm just like, that is so badass looking.
Yeah.
But like before those movies came out, my favorite Optimus design was like the one he had in the first 3 movies.
Yeah.
With like the flames and everything, I'm like, that's super badass. Yeah, I didn't grow up with G1.
I didn't grow up with it either.
I remember I watched it when I was a kid, like after watching like Dark of the Moon.
Uh-huh.
I'm going like, where are his flames? And Megatron turns into a gun, and where's Megan Fox?
Yeah, where's Megan Fox? Isn't it like some
Bumblebee? Stop lubricating the man.
He starts peeing on him. I thought, listen, that original, like the first one that came
out, directly below
awesome.
The enemy scrotum.
It's literally just 2 wrecking balls clacking together. He's like contacting the Navy off of like this bullshit radio that he somehow constructed, and he's like telling them to shoot a railgun shot right at like the tip of this pyramid. And I was like, well, I thought although like because like Revenge of the Fallen, the first Transformers, I had a lot of those like action figures, like in my room as a kid. Like I had what the fuck was the big one's name? That thing that sucked in everything. Devastator. Yeah, I had him. I have Bumblebee still. Like,
did he have the scrotum?
No, it was like a Toys R Us toy, bro. The Bumblebee I have apparently is like worth a lot of money because they don't make it anymore.
You know,
I kept it in pristine.
I saw someone on eBay selling. I shit you not. They were selling a mod. And it was like the fucking scrotum, and you could like add it to the fucking toy. It was like a 3D printed piece.
Are you serious?
I shit you not, look it up.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Devastator scrotum.
Just to make it look more like
we'll look it up.
Movie accurate.
Okay. So you're on Revenge of the Sith wave. Are you the one that's gonna say like for your personal experience that you're gonna like the prequels better than the original 3? Because that's what you grew up with essentially?
To be honest, man, as a Star Wars fan, it's less about the movies for me, more about like the Clone Wars.
Okay.
And more recently, like Andor. And Rebels gets a lot of hate.
But if you want to talk about the Clone Wars, I feel like when you are specifically focusing on the Clone Wars, it's fuck the movies, like fuck the prequels, because like they show like the basic format layout of like what happened.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And then just watch the animated series.
There's no argument there. The Clone Wars are a big reason why the prequels are so good, because it expanded. Frankly, 3 movies isn't enough to explain the decades worth of lore in the Clone Wars era.
There's so much lore, and it's like, to me, like the way I would describe it is like that whole show is basically just it's Star Wars fans as One Piece. In a sense, because don't get me wrong, the Clone Wars are amazing, and I love the animated series, and I thought how they finished it off was just spectacular. But there is a lot of filler in it. Like, there's no doubting that there is a lot of filler.
What, for the Clone Wars?
Yeah, like I'm talking about the animated series.
Well, arguable. I mean, George Lucas and Dave Filoni went into it, and it's an anthology show, so it wasn't just meant to fill the gaps of the prequels. But
well, yeah, I get it.
They're really they treated, these episodes, their story arcs, so like 2 or 3 episodes all tell like this big overarching story, and they treated it like making these 1-hour Star Wars movies. And the idea with the Clone Wars is that any story can be a Star Wars story. You can make American Graffiti into a story. You just replace the cars with land speeders.
Mm-hmm.
So like you have a lot of stuff. You have a fucking episode where C-3PO and R2 were just traveling to all these different fucking places. And it's supposed to be like Gulliver's Travels, but in Star Wars. So that's the idea of what they were kind of doing. The last couple of episodes where Ahsoka gets framed for bombing the Jedi Temple stuff, that's supposed to be very, how did I forget this dude's name? Very Alfred Hitchcock, and like the whodunit mystery sense of it.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of the episodes are like that. It's very.
Is that the one when they introduced Cad Bane, the bombing of the Jedi Temple, right?
No,
or is that's season 2 though.
That's the end of season 1. That's the
the end.
That's where he holds the Senate hostage so that he can break out Zero. I'm such a big fucking nerd.
Yeah, he wants to break out her and all that. I watched it like sporadically.
Actually, John, Zero the Hutt is a him.
Oh,
I know he sounds like a woman.
Really?
This
cool.
This is new information to me too.
Is Zero the Hutt trans? Let us know in the comments, bro. Let's fucking see it.
All right.
Show me Zero the Hutt's cock. I want to fucking see it. I want to fucking see that thing just hung out.
I think my favorite aspect of Andor is that it introduced sex to Star Wars.
Who's hotter, Leia or Padme?
Padme.
Yeah.
Padme.
I saw. I forget who was the streamer I was watching. They had a life-size cutout of Padme in their room.
Is it the costume where she's got the waist cut out?
It's the white one.
She's got like the
with
fucking
her gun, with the gun, like
with the gun. She's got the waist ripped out. She's got like the scratches right here.
Yeah, they have a whole cutout of her in her fucking room.
You know who I think is incredibly attractive in Star Wars that nobody talks about?
Oh, Jabba the Hutt.
Sure, but also Biggs Colleen in the Andor show. So the Mexican girl with like the pigtails.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she's cute.
I like that actress. She was in Morbius, which I still haven't seen, by the way.
She was in Morbius? Wait.
She was the girl in Morbius.
Oh, wow. Oh yeah. Morbius, man, you missed a piece of like cinematic fucking, I can't even say the word. You missed a great movie. That's what I'm trying to say. You missed a great, phenomenal film.
Jared Leto's going to be in the new Haunted Mansion movie for Disney.
I don't even know. That's number 1 right now on Twitter trending.
And the new Tron movie they're making.
Oh, they're making another Tron movie? Wow. How fucking cool.
I love the first one, but they're going to fuck this one up, I feel like. I don't know. I'm not too excited. When they announced Jared Leto and some director I'd never heard of, like the first one was directed by Joseph Kosinski, who just did the new Top Gun movie.
That movie was pretty good.
Yeah, so like, how do you go from that to the fucking guy who directed Maleficent? And then you have Jared Leto as the lead. I'm like, oh gosh, they're gonna fuck it up. They're gonna fuck it up.
Jared Leto, bro. Do you have like a favorite movie that Jared Leto is in? Like, do you consider Jared Leto a good actor?
I do, but his methods are a little unorthodox for me to approve of. It didn't really leave a good taste in my mouth when I heard that he was pretending to be paraplegic in Morbius, and like he had to have a team help him piss. I don't know if you heard about that.
What?
So he's like a big method actor.
Yeah.
And
oh my god!
Before he becomes a vampire, he's like on crutches, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So to method act, he was paraplegic throughout the whole movie. Like he couldn't walk without the crutches.
Doesn't Leonardo DiCaprio do that?
I don't know if he does it to that extent.
Because I remember I saw an interview with Jamie Foxx, and he was telling me.
Was it about Django Unchained?
It was about Django Unchained, and it was about how like because in that movie, like Leonardo DiCaprio literally calls like a lot of the black people in that movie like the word that I can't say.
Yeah, that tends to happen a lot in Quentin Tarantino movies.
Yeah, and he
was like chickening out of it, and then like Samuel Jackson was like, "Shut the fuck up and say it."
Yeah, he's like, you got to do it. But Jamie Foxx said that like you have to view us as your property. We're not like like that's what he's told him, and he said that when he walked in after that he didn't even look at any of like any of them.
Leo.
And just did the scene.
Leo. You see the whip? Pick it up. That's gonna get my career ended.
You see the whip? Django is a great movie.
That's my favorite movie from him.
It's an amazing film.
The Hateful Eight is probably up there too, though.
That's a great movie too. I saw that that's on Netflix. I really enjoyed it. Did you see the parody that Adam Sandler did to that movie?
I did not.
Oh well, it's not bad too. I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, no, Jared Leto. I think the best thing I've ever seen Jared Leto do is in American Psycho when he gets fucking killed.
Oh, here's what I saw that I liked. The Little Things. It's a movie with Denzel and Rami Malek, and there are two detectives looking on the murders of all these different girls, and Rami Malek thinks that Jared Leto's character did it, and it's not very hard to realize why, because he's a complete fucking psychopath in the movie. He's like he gives you those vibes, and like the movie very clearly wants you to think it's him. And in the end, we never figure out if it's him because Rami Malek loses his temper and like straight up kills him.
Oh God!
But it's like left up to debate. Like, did he do it? Did he not? But like, I know he won something for best supporting actor. I don't think it was some fucking award.
Watch any shows recently that are pretty good?
I just started The Witcher. I finished Succession. Phenomenal show.
I tried watching
I started
that.
watching Barry. That shit's funny.
Oh, Barry's pretty funny.
I started. I'm like 3 episodes in, so I'm not like too far in. But
he's like he's literally a what the hell is it?
He's an assassin.
He's a hitman. And my favorite scene is when he goes to I forget who the people are, but they live in like a Hispanic household. And he's like, "Oh, don't worry, they're watching Jesse."
They're watching Jesse. No, they're Sheshan. They're not Hispanic.
Oh, they're Sheshan? What's that?
I have no idea.
Oh, but yeah, I thought they were Hispanic. But
they're watching Jesse.
They're watching Jesse.
I can't believe
like
that dude.
50 kids in the fucking.
I can't
room.
believe that dude Bertram is still alive, man. I just posted something on my Instagram.
Oh, I saw that, bro.
Strike.
Bertram, he's at the fucking with the writer's strike outside one of the studios.
I know he's like a big meme too because he's the one who's like, gay rights. Yeah, gay rights. I'm gay.
Did you see him drink the Grimace shake? He drank it.
Did he do that?
He did drink it.
Was it like lame though? Because I know when like
it was lame because it was like at the end of the trend. Remember when we went to McDonald's?
Because I know like fucking ABC News did it. They did the Grimace shake thing.
Are you serious?
And it was like 4 of them in the anchors.
Oh, I saw that. They're like, we're gonna drink the Grimace shake.
But it was like really lame because they were just, it wasn't like gory. It wasn't like Grimace shake all over them. It was just them completely clean, just laying.
Bro,
on the
do
floor.
you watch Meat Canyon? Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I watch Meat.
Did you see the thing they did for Grimace shake?
I didn't.
Oh, bro, it's so foul. It's so foul, dude. It's literally like this guy's wife walks in on a shed, and her husband just got done drinking the Grimace shake, and he's straight up like just giving fucking Grimace top in the middle of the shed, dude. And then you just see Grimace like turn around menacingly, and it was so fucking weird. Meat Canyon, bro. Shout out Austin from GameStop because that's all we would watch because he got like the biggest kick out of it. He's like, bro, do you watch Meat Canyon? And he would show me like all. And let me tell you, bro, if that guy draws all that stuff, which I'm pretty sure he does, then he is an outstanding artist.
You know what the scariest one of those videos was for me? Somewhere in between the one with the Pringles chips and the one with the Bob the Builder thing.
I don't think I saw those ones.
Like, I saw those videos and I straight up just had to avert my eyes because, like, just seeing them as, like, monsters is, like...
Really? I want to look at it now.
Genuinely, like, fucking chilling. And I remember I watched the fucking Papa John video a week after I met him. So I saw that video. I'm like, holy shit, I just met this guy.
Which one did you say was creepy? The Pringles can?
Yeah.
Let me see. Is it this?
No, it's the actual video because like there's like a scene where like you fall into the can and his face just fucking pops out of the darkness.
Oh, so it's this.
Something like that, but that's fan art, that's not the actual.
Okay. I thought it would actually show it.
Look up Meat Canyon, look up Bob the Builder.
Bob the Builder?
He made it like this Japanese horror thing and it was like
or look up Bob the Builder, Meat Canyon. Bob the Builder. Oh my god. No way, is this it?
Yeah.
Oh man, that is... Imagine seeing that at
It's like the characters are scared shitless and like behind them you see this fucking head popping in like this.
Hello. How are
Oh, and
you?
he speaks Japanese too. All he keeps saying is like, "Can we fix it?"
In Japanese?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty creepy.
So it's like it's like a Japanese horror thing. It's like there's like a story behind it too. Like the dude made a whole fucking short film out of it.
The only one I saw like from Meat Canyon, I saw the Rugrats one. I saw the
Is that
baby
the
one.
one where like the mom and the dad start fucking fighting?
Oh yeah, yeah, and like there's like a whole domestic violence dispute.
And then like Chucky's dad shows up and kills him.
Yeah, yeah. It was pretty. It's pretty funny because they're like, "Oh man, I can't wait to play," while this is all breaking down, and then literally
what do you
like
think is gonna happen?
one of them like literally like kidnaps the kid in the show. But that one I thought was pretty funny. I thought the baby one was pretty funny. Apparently he made one for Ice Spice too, which I didn't see.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I pull up.
I pull up.
What's in the news?
Yeah, well, you want to see what's in the news? How about this? Australian sailor and his dog rescued after being adrift at sea. Wow, that is terrifying.
Yeah, I can't believe you were talking about how you were so terrified about being mauled by an animal when 5 people
Oh my
died
god, dude, shut up about the
water.
fucking submarine, dude. They went down there with camping supplies. What do you think? What did they think was gonna happen, Roberto?
This is true though.
What did they think was gonna happen, dude? Let's go 6,000 feet down. No,
6,000 feet. That was like fucking
Yeah.
20,000.
or 20,000 feet, whatever. Same shit. It's like you're dumb. Like, I'm sorry.
Set up for failure.
You shouldn't go into the ocean, period. Like that for that, like going exploring deep. Like, what are you gonna find, bro?
Already found all the good tasting animals.
Yeah, like we all saw Seaspiracy, bro. Obviously, nothing's gonna change. We're gonna keep farming the ocean until like it's just dead, and then Earth dies.
Home searched in Tupac Shakur murder investigation. Police.
Would they search his home? Police
Right
search
now?
Las Vegas area home in the long dormant murder case of Tupac Shakur.
I like the one comment that says he's alive in Cuba.
He probably is. He probably is. I heard that like the reason that he died was like with the whole like gang, like the Crips, and there was like a lot of gang involvement and stuff, and it was like really, real deep water that I don't know much about, and I'm just gonna shut up.
Speaking about dead celebrities, you ever seen those memes where it's like about Yoko Ono like constantly posting John Lennon on her Twitter? It's like people saying "get over it."
Of John Lennon, I didn't see that trend.
It's not a trend. It's just she keeps posting photos of him like
because
I
she
miss you
misses
so
him,
much, like
and
stuff
everyone's
like
like,
that.
"Get over it."
Like like get over it. It's been decades now.
Oh yeah, just that's what his wife, right, or something like that, like or a big.
I'm not too well versed in.
Okay, well, I don't even know who that is. I know who John Lennon is. I just don't know who that person is.
Did
But
I just say the lore of the Beatles?
yeah, well, I know the Beatles. They I do know that they broke up at Disney. That I do know. They did at a hotel in Disney. They broke up.
Shut up, Ringo. We're done.
John Lennon signed the papers that
Right after we get on the Pirates ride. I love the Pirates ride.
Ringo.
Shut up, Ringo.
Shut up, Ringo.
No one cares, Ringo.
Do you think girls actually found Ringo attractive?
With his big ass ears and
Yeah. They're like Ben Stiller ears.
I don't know, dude. I was born in fucking the 2000s. I don't know what the fashion was and
I don't know, bro. But all I know is that Ringo's pretty ugly. That's all. That's all I fucking know, man.
I've only seen him in the Family Guy cutaway where his ears make him fly. That's
Ben Stiller.
only...
That's Ben Stiller, bro.
No, they did one for Ringo too. Look it up.
I saw. Really? All right, we'll look it up. I think that's the one when he's like in the.
I think they summon him like Bloody Mary.
I think that's the one when the girls are in the room.
Yeah.
And they're like,
there it is.
This one. Ringo. Look at him, bro. Look at that guy. Look at this dude. Ringo.
Did you hear that?
Seth MacFarlane's on the writer's strike too.
Yeah, so he quit Family Guy for writer's strike.
Oh man, let's see, because I guarantee you they're gonna get some bullshit writer in it now.
No more Family Guy funny compilation.
But like,
the dude's really trying to get into music though, so I like feel bad for him because like it's clearly something he wants to do.
who's Seth MacFarlane? He wants to get into music.
Born to rival Sinatra, forced to Hey Hey Lois.
Wow, I didn't know he wanted to be in the music.
Oh, he's a great singer. You haven't.
I've seen Family Guy. It was.
I've seen him singing in Family Guy when
Yeah.
he was fucking Sinatra. No, but he was the mouse in Sing.
Oh wow.
He has a whole Spotify like. I know one of the songs was trending because people were like, "Holy shit, Seth MacFarlane can sing."
Do you watch American Dad?
I used to in high school.
I saw one scene from American Dad that made me laugh and giggle out loud, and it was when Steve's fat girlfriend came over, and they're like eating breakfast, and she goes up to Stan, and she's like, "Hi, Mr. Smith," or whatever his last name is, and then he's like, "Oh, Debbie, this is my breakfast." I don't know. I just thought that was super. I thought that was just super funny.
You know, I was thinking, I was at work earlier today, and I'm like getting the mail, and for whatever fucking reason, I'm like walking to the mailbox, and I'm just thinking of this fucking cutaway from Family Guy. It's the one where Peter's in the maze with a bunch of mice, and they're like, "I think the cheese is that way." No, it's that way. He's like, guys, finding the cheese is what they want us to do. Let's just chill.
Oh, yeah, and then he's like, "I don't know where they're getting all this pot."
Weed.
Family Guy. I think my favorite Family Guy cutaway. I don't even know if it's considered a cutaway, but it's when fucking Stewie beats the shit out of Brian for his money.
That's not a cutaway.
I just think that's super funny.
Where's my money?
That is like an iconic scene from Family Guy. Either that or the horse.
I like the scene. I like the scene where they're all trying to compete for the pie and they end up vomiting.
Oh my god, bro, that's a great fucking scene.
And then Lois shows up. Who wants chowder?
And they all just throw up on each other. That's an amazing scene.
Will can do a better Lois voice than I can.
We got to get Will back on here so he can do his impersonations.
Yeah, he can do a perfect Peter.
Peter, can you do Quagmire?
I'm not even gonna try Quagmire.
I don't understand like how Seth MacFarlane can do all those voices, man. Like that is some true talent.
Well, Brian and Tom Tucker are just this regular voice.
I know, but I'm saying like Peter, Stewie, Quagmire.
Hey, Peter, remember the time?
Oh, what a great Quagmire. Do you like Robot Chicken?
I used to watch that too.
Yeah.
As a kid, I watched like my first exposure to Robot Chicken was the episodes they did on Star Wars.
Oh, that was mine too.
Yeah.
Do you remember the one where the Boba Fett's killing all the Ewoks?
Back from the dead, assholes!
He's like murdering all these Ewoks, and then
Leia shows up and
she's like,
fucking...
Boba.
And that would be the coolest thing to happen in the history of ever.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that nerd dude.
Do you guys have a sock?
I didn't think Princess Leia was like that attractive in like her Jabba the Hutt bikini.
No, as a kid, that activated some neurons for me.
Oh, okay. It activated some neurons.
Yeah.
Some impulses jumped to places of
back in first grade.
Back in first grade.
It's like weird though because now I can't see that because there's an older version of her in like the sequels.
Oh yeah,
and there's a fucking 10-year-old version in the Kenobi show.
10 or the older version in the sequels, right? The older one where she just like flies through space. You know, dude, those sequels are a monstrosity. The Force Awakens was like, all right.
It was, yeah, but they played it safe. That's just JJ wanted to make his own Star Wars, so he made his own Star Wars. And
yeah,
you know, I don't want to shit on it too much because he made something he loves, but he didn't really. The thing you got to give credit to the prequels is that George Lucas actually every movie he makes is very different from the last. He's been very open about how he doesn't like coming back to things. He likes expanding.
Yeah.
So that's one thing you got to give him credit for, and that's what he was gonna do with like his idea of like a sequel trilogy. You know, it wasn't gonna be another Empire or another version of the Empire and this and that. It was gonna be Darth Maul being the main villain, like an older version of him. It was gonna be like this crime boss of like the, you know, like in canon he's a crime boss like the Pike Syndicate, or not the Pike Syndicate, but like all these crime factions.
Yeah.
You know, Crimson Dawn and all this stuff. So that's what George Lucas was planning to do, was he was gonna make those cartels and crime families like into like this big empire like threat.
Yeah.
That wasn't like just straight up a copy of the Empire.
Yeah, like they did in the sequel.
And I think Leia was gonna be the Jedi and some other stuff.
Dude,
have like I saw an iceberg video of all like the Star Wars theories and shit that we could have gotten. And dude, there's so many other, like there's one with a clone Luke.
Some Star Wars theories kind of reach. I know what you're talking about with clone Luke though. That was a thing in the books.
Yeah, that would have been really. I think that would have been cool. They have like an evil clone. Do you realize how powerful Luke Skywalker like is?
Oh, yeah, he's a god.
like he literally like there was a planet that was like in distress for some reason, so he used the Force and fucking moved it. Like he just moved it.
Even in like canon, like Moff Gideon at the end of Mandalorian like shits his pants when he sees him.
Yeah, I would fucking shit my pants too if I saw Luke Skywalker in his prime, you know, like right after Return of the Jedi, like that's like in his fucking prime.
He was definitely a powerhouse, like outside of like the current canon though.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. And when he became like Jedi Master, forget about it.
You ever seen that Sith who just ate a planet because he was fucking hungry?
What? There's a Sith that did that? Who did it?
Darth Nihilus.
Dark Nihilus? He ate a planet?
Look him up.
I'll look him up. Dark Nihilus.
Darth
Nihilus. Darth Nihilus.
Darth NIH. Right there. He's got like this scary ass fucking mask.
Oh yeah, that's something you want to see in the corner of your bed.
She's like, I'm hungry.
This dude ate a planet?
Yeah, type in ate a planet, see what you can find. See if you can find like a there.
Plural planets? He ate
go to all, see if you can find like a passage or something.
Consumed planets on several occasions, carrying only to appease his hunger, allowing the dark side to consume him more and more each time he indulged his ever intensifying hunger. Also, alongside his hunger, his powers also grew dramatically until he eventually surpassed his master.
Like, can you imagine that? Like, dude, I'm fucking hungry.
It's like Galactus. That's like fucking Galactus. That's like Galactus without the Silver Surfer.
I'm pretty sure he's like human sized too. Like, I don't know how he did it.
He probably eats it like a snake. You know, like how their like jaw just unhinges, except his just unhinges like severely and engulfs a planet.
I always figured he just kind of like used the Force to like turn the planet into like gas or something, and like it would absorb into him. I'm not.
All right, here's a Reddit thread of how he did it. So let's see that. I am not certain I did. I was there when the planet died to see everything around. If I recall, to helm of how his ship has a viewing observatory area with a massive window. So I imagine he stands there with his ship in the upper atmosphere or thereabouts, like standing in a field and breathing deeply. If we accept Palpatine drained Padme's life, Nihilus likely used similar mechanisms. The comic has him just standing there while draining. So he's just on the planet, just like, sucking in all this like power.
I guess so, dude. I guess so.
How do you feel about them reviving the Emperor in Rise of the Jedi or Rise of Skywalker?
It was the worst fucking thing they could have done.
It was so stupid. It was so fucking dumb.
It was the worst thing they could have done, and I wonder whose idea that was. And I hope it wasn't the guy who actually wrote the movie, because that guy did Argo, and that's such an amazing movie.
That's what Ben Affleck's on that, right?
Yeah.
Argo.
He won an Oscar for that movie.
You ever see Darth Raven?
Darth Revan, yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty dope, man.
Everyone wants Keanu Reeves to play him.
I don't think they're ever gonna put Darth Revan in anything. Or Revan.
It's Revan, not
Revan, whatever the fuck it is.
He's right there, Keanu Reeves. Look.
Yeah, I know, but like I don't know where he's gonna fit in.
Oh yeah, they're never gonna do it.
Like I don't understand. Like I heard that they're gonna cast him as Ghost Rider.
I guess.
Like
some fan castings were like too obvious, and I hate that. Like,
well, did you see for the new Fantastic Four movie who they just casted?
Yeah,
they just casted Adam Driver as Richard.
Oh yeah, he turned it down.
No way. Are you serious? I thought he accepted it.
No, they're looking for someone else.
That's kind of, you know what? I'm kind of happy.
John, get over it and grow up.
I'm kind of happy about that because like Adam Driver, he's a great actor, but like he's a very serious actor.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of people fan cast people just because the actor looks like the character and played someone similar. Like people are like, you know who'd be a good Reverse Flash? Anthony Starr, because he played Homelander and he's a white blonde guy.
I can't see him as Reverse Flash.
You know who'd play a good fucking. I'm trying to think of another obvious one. Like one of those big fan casts that like goes around everywhere that I'm like, fucking Willem Dafoe.
That's who?
Because he played the Green Goblin and he'd be a great Joker.
Oh my god.
Like you just wanted to play the Green Goblin but with like white makeup is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, I have no doubts that he'd be great for it. And, you know, he's even expressed interest about it. But it's such an obvious, like...
Did you watch Gotham, the series?
Yeah.
How do you feel about the...
Cameron Monaghan?
Yeah, as the Joker.
He's probably one of my favorite live action ones, to tell you the truth.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I kind of hate what they did in the last episode where they really try to make him look more comic accurate, but like with the bald hair because, you know, copyright reasons, they can't actually do the Joker. But
wow.
Like his version of like Jerome and what they did with like Jeremiah was kind of cool. Even Jeremiah is like a standalone villain with nothing to do with Joker. I thought was like a really cool concept.
Well, I feel like, you know, like like obviously like there's fan castings out there that are really out of pocket with certain things, but most of them, like, I mean, the idea of having certain people as certain characters is pretty cool. Like, I'm pretty excited for who they casted for Blade in the new Blade movie coming out. They cast Mahershala Ali.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's gonna do a phenomenal Blade. I mean, I saw him in Moonlight. He was awesome in Moonlight.
He was,
you know, he's a good actor.
He plays Uncle Aaron in the Spider-Verse movies. Bet you didn't know that.
Oh, he voices him?
That's Prowler, yeah.
Oh, wow. See? There's something I didn't know.
He's going to be like Oscar Isaac, having 3 roles.
Oscar Isaac is...
He plays Cottonmouth in the Luke Cage show, too.
Did you like Oscar Isaac in Moonlight?
I didn't finish Moon Knight.
Really? You should.
But yeah, he did
it.
From what I saw, he did it.
I like it
very well.
I like Moon Knight's whole like thing of
Look,
like.
Man, I like Oscar Isaac.
Yeah.
I've seen the guy since Sucker Punch.
Mm-hmm.
Like Sucker Punch, Star Wars, the fucking Spider-Verse movies. I've seen him in Triple Threat. I've seen the guy in like a bunch of shit. He's always a fucking delight. You know, you know who one of my favorite actors is that I forgot to add in that list? Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal?
Jake Gyllenhaal, yeah.
What movie's he in?
He played Mysterio in Spider-Man.
Oh, him.
He was in Nightcrawler.
I know who that is. That's the guy from Jarhead.
He was the guy from Jarhead.
Yeah, and he was in that movie The Guilty. He played the 911 operator.
Yep.
That's a pretty good movie too.
And he was in Prisoners. He played Detective Loki.
Prisoners is an amazing film.
Yeah.
That's a great film. I loved watching that movie. I loved it.
Yeah, so he played the detective.
Yeah, I know.
He was, I love the scene where he just fucking, like, rages his fucking keyboard.
Oh, yeah, he just starts slamming it. I thought the way they tortured that one guy was, like, so...
You mean the Riddler?
Yeah, the Riddler. Yeah, the way they tortured him was, like, that's such an interesting way. I've never seen that where they trap someone in a shower and they have it...
boil him alive.
Ice cold or boiling hot. Like, that is so interesting. I mean, the guy deserved it. They're kidnapping children, but, you know...
Yeah, but like the guy was like mentally vulnerable, so he was clearly like,
okay, cool. You shouldn't kidnap children.
Okay, but I mean, when you don't have the right, yeah, definitely, like, but you know that situation, like,
I mean, obviously Hugh Jackman took it a little far, but I mean, like in his
no,
defense,
I'm not. I'm just saying, like, who's more responsible, the old lady who goaded him into doing it, or the mentally vulnerable guy?
Well, yeah, you know, the lady wasn't the saint either, but you know, they're both in the wrong.
I gotta watch that movie again.
That movie was phenomenal.
I love that director. He's done a bunch of bangers. My favorite movie from him is Sicario.
Sicario?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's the movie where Emily Blunt plays what is it, an FBI agent or something like that, and they go into the Mexican frontier to basically deal with the cartels. Not necessarily deal with them, but it's supposed to be like they're trying to break a leg in their operation.
Mm-hmm.
And it really kind of shows you like how hopeless and like desperate the whole situation is, and by the end she's like completely broken. Josh Brolin is in that movie too.
Sounds cool. You see Sound of Freedom?
I haven't yet, but everyone keeps talking about it.
It's a good movie.
Is it?
Yeah, I feel like they didn't really show a lot of what's going on in the sex trafficking ring, which I mean I get because there is a lot.
Yeah.
But the whole story with the 2 kids and everything, you know, it's a good film. I'd go watch it.
That's good.
Yeah. We've actually reached the end of the podcast. Can you believe that?
Oh, no fucking way.
Yeah. It's been an hour.
8:46. Damn. Well, what do we do now?
Where can they find you, Roberto? Thank you for coming on.
Where can they find me? They can find me on my Instagram, Roberto._Torres. They can find me on my YouTube channel, Roberto Torres. It's all the same fucking name.
Where you guys can watch Twilight Time.
Yeah, you can see the film that won me an award. That'll be great too.
So, Roberto, everybody, shout out to everybody that's been subscribing to my channel. Shout out to the support that you guys have been giving me. I love you all very much. Let's get to 200 subs. We're so close. I'm literally like gonna come. Pause. But make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. You can check out my TikToks, my reels. By this time this episode comes out, I'm probably going to be streaming, so you can check out my kick, Salami Talk. It's going to be at the bottom of the video, literally like right there on the screen. You can just fucking see it. So we're going to end the video every way. We're going to end the podcast the same way I end it with everybody. You're going to look in that camera, say one word or phrase, and that's going to end the podcast.
This video is sponsored by Only in Naples.